You are tuned into the F Word, and I'm Kirsty Mac. Today we are joined by Australia's Prime Minister and self-appointed Minister for Women in his first ever interview in the role. Thank you for joining us from Canberra tonight, Mr Abbott. I'd like to start by asking you the question everyone is thinking. Why do you think the majority of the Australian people do not approve of you as Minister for Women?
No, Kerry.
It's Kirsty.
It's not that women don't approve of me. They do. I have 3 daughters who all say, "You are doing a wonderful job, Dad," and my wife says those kinds of things too.
Yes, but what about women you aren't related to, Mr Abbott?
Well, I have repealed the carbon tax, which has helped with the family budget, which women are very concerned about.
Prime Minister, don't you think the wage gap, which currently sits at 18% and has in fact widened since you have been Minister for Women, has an impact on the family budget?
Well, Kerry, as I have said...
It's Kirsty.
Yes, Kirsty. It's because when the Abbott government took over from Labor, they left us with a mess. They left us with women's problems. It's Labor you should be asking this question to. In my 18 months of government, I have actually tried to encourage more women to get back into the workforce with my paid parental leave policy. Actually, some of them could even be starting their own ironing business. I mean, that's something that we have encouraged.
Okay, first of all, you've taken the paid parental leave off the table because it was so bad. But just to clarify what you just said, are you saying that the patriarchy is Labor's fault?
No. Look, I'm simply saying that parenting is best done with the 2 parents. But not everyone is in that position to make Labor's mistakes.
Sorry, could you just clarify how people's personal relationship status is Labor's fault?
Could you repeat the question?
Are you claiming that the patriarchy is Labor's fault?
This bit isn't going to air, is it?
Minister for Women, do you know what the patriarchy actually means?
We have been putting these things in to ensure that the auto cue went too fast. Look, I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Do you know what the word patriarchy means?
Sorry, Kathy, of course I do. All I'm saying is that Julie Bishop is a great ambassador. She is very good at her job, and I think she did a great job with all of the jobs that she has done.
Let's get serious here, Mr Abbott. Violence against women in Australia is at epidemic proportions. Already this year, 41 women have died from violence. That is 1 woman every 5 days. Could you explain why, as Minister for Women and as Prime Minister, the Liberal government has slashed $300 million of funding cuts for women's services, putting victims of violence in serious danger and ultimately life-threatening situations?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
And while you were at university, Mr Abbott, you were charged with indecent assault against a woman. Do you think it is appropriate to appoint yourself, the Minister for Women, with such a history of charges? And it was also reported in 2012 by David Marr that following the student election, you, Prime Minister, approached Barbara Ramjan, and in her words, and I quote, "He came up to me within an inch of my nose and punched the wall on either side of my head."
You fucking infuriate me.
I apologise for the booing audience, Mr Abbott. However, I think it sums up the sentiment of the entire country.